Happy to see you, Shana.
Happy to see you.
Awesome to be here. It is great to join you guys today for an episode of TNT from the road, Shana.
From the road, on the road again.
So we will not be live on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, just on YouTube this morning. We have quality issues sometimes with multiple streams from disparate locations. So we're going to stick with just the main one on YouTube and hopefully bring you a quality broadcast this morning and get some learning in. Shana, let's go ahead with roll call.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Who's here on YouTube? Chat your name in. Let us know you're here.
Yep, the importance of that is just to create this routine. So we're following that same routine regardless where we happen to be. We do our absolute best to stay consistent. And with consistency, you'll have success over a period of time, right? It's just one of those things that you have to do. And we're just trying to share a little bit every single day of different topics. They may be perfect for you today, or they might not, right? So what we're trying to do is every day get just a little bit of learning, and then start with the most difficult thing thereafter.
And if you have a topic and you have something you really kind of want to hear about, please let us know. That's what this is for sharing and, you know, kind of a motivating and coaching session.
Yeah. I would kind of say that each day, one of the three topics we're going to cover today is we are going to cover Shana was on the news on CBS 11. She doesn't really like to discuss it, so I need to bring it up for you guys and show you what happened there and quickly discuss that. Then we're going to go over a day in the life of a traveling realtor. So you're currently traveling, right?
What do you need to know, guys?
Yeah, so chat in with any of your questions, and we'll see if we can address that while we cover that topic. So if you have a question right now that you would like to have covered during that, then please chat that in, and we will cover that in this second segment.
Yep.
And then we have agent portal improvements.
Exciting.
Yeah, so we've had
Great
some
job.
improvements that we've been going through, and we want to make access just a little bit easier for you as an agent to get to most items. So we're going to show that off. We've been trying to consolidate everything, put it on the web, put it behind a password, make it a little bit easier to kind of reach. And I think we did a decent job. Anna's put in a lot of work, and everyone's sending over the links they need. So if you see something that you don't have immediate access to now in the agent portal, just please let us know, and we'll get that handled for you and added in.
Yeah, should make it easy for you to kind of find everything that you may have struggled with in the work drive before. So this will be great.
Yep, we kind of heard some questions, and we are doing our best to answer them for you. So there's that. All right, Shana.
Ready to go.
Yes, we are.
Bam.
So she's been on CBS 11 News now 3 times, right? To the best of my knowledge, recently. And I would say within the last 2 months, you've been on there 3 times covering all different types of topics. So that definitely classifies you as a regular news contributor. So that's awesome. What we're going to do is we're going to go over the fact that it was a past TNT topic that you just recently covered. And that was the same thing that we went over on the news. So these things are extremely, extremely relevant. We're going to talk about how establishing these relationships allow you to have that type of thing, right? So he was also a guest on TNT. So that helped build this connection and do that. So we're very thankful for Kent Molestina and CBS 11. So we'll give a link back to them.
He's a great guy.
Yeah,
and I've learned a lot from him, actually. So
it is. It's all really good, right?
Yep.
It helps
Very
out with
good.
brand building, building relationships, and sometimes you have to give something selflessly of yourself, and then you receive things back.
But don't expect it in return.
No.
Just be a good person. But the important thing to learn here is to nurture these relationships, and good things come from them. And you can always learn from everyone. I mean, he's a news reporter, but I've learned so much from him. As he told me, he's learned from me for real estate. So it's been great.
Very good. That's great practice for you being on TV and daily on TNT.
What was that?
That was for dramatic effect.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was for everybody at home. I think the kids like when I do stuff like that. I've heard that we're really, really big in like the 6 to 11-year-old demo. So that's exactly what
I'm
we're
going to
looking
kind
for.
of relate this CBS News 11 to Kim for an example.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just going to use this as an example because it came to my mind. But Kim was awarded the Rising Star Award from the North.
Texas
some real
Real
producers.
Yes.
Yes. And I do notice that Kim nurtures that relationship. She's met a lot of people through that, other agents, became friends with other agents, and it builds your brand and your reputation. And things come from that. Good things come from that, and Kim was recognized as a rising star. How did she do that? Because she's out there and building relationships and nurturing them.
Yep. So when the door opens, stick your foot in,
and
stay inside.
Really,
yeah, I mean, she deserves it. She does a great job.
She is and was still a rising star. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. We have a link. We're going to chat that in for you guys, and we're going to go ahead and split the screen and see if we can successfully play this video for you. All right. So this is actually from a couple days ago. Is that when it came out?
Yes.
Maybe yesterday. I don't even know.
Okay, I'm gonna not watch. Watching yourself on TV is not
fun. How to triple your client's traffic in just 7 months. Start by fixing on-page SEO and easily create a...
We'll skip that ad.
The business side of homeowners associations in the state of Texas are changing, all thanks to some new legislation recently passed. In today's Once for Real Estate, we are outlining what's new and how it affects you. The Homeowners Association reform legislation comes as a result of a pair of companion bills in the House and the Senate known collectively as the Realtor bills.
What these bills do is provide just that, the balance between private property rights and, community standards.
Shana Acquisto is a broker and agent of Acquisto Real Estate. She says there are 3 major points of the reform that affect the nearly 6 million Texans who belong to HOAs across the state. For starters, there will now be a cap of $375 for a resale certificate and $75 to update one. And all of those fees will be seen up front by realtors, homeowners, and buyers.
We, as realtors, will be able to have access and a place to go to know what these fees are up front rather than, getting down the road. So it's something they're going to know up front and could be negotiated in.
Next, HOAs will have to provide agendas, minutes, managing documents, all of it online for their members. In addition, they have to offer an appeals process for violations, all of which were previously not mandated.
Forcing them to be, forthcoming with all of this information will make people feel a little bit better because everyone wants their property to be protected, and their values to be protected.
Another big change is prohibiting board members and their spouses from also serving in committees within the HOA to avoid conflicts of interest.
There's some things going on that just makes a homeowner feel much better about belonging to the association and making everything transparent.
Well, folks, if you have a story idea for us, all you have to do is send us an email at onesforrealestate@cbs.com. We would love to hear from you.
Well, that's very good. Thank you to Ken for sure, right?
It was a very last minute video. So we had to, come up with this, not really on the fly, but kind of on the fly. He talked to me the day before and then something else happened, and then the next day he was like, hey, let's do it tomorrow. And so we did, and it was great.
Yeah,
I learned a lot from him.
Yes, no, it's very good. So thank you to him. We'll make sure that we give a link, Anna, directly to the article when we get that posted on TNT, and we'll also give a link to Ken's bio and thank him there so that we have that all completed for him. He's done a really nice job. And he gave his email address if you have a topic yourself that you think would be great to have covered. So if there's something that comes up, when you see those types of things, you're like, oh, that's for somebody else. No, actually, it's for you. Yes. Right? So go ahead and be even better every single day.
Yes.
Establish those relationships, build your brand. And a lot of people see these types of things, right? So as soon as it happens, you get notices and texts from people. And my mom's like, whoa, Shauna's on the news. And so it's good.
Okay,
All right.
ready to move to the next topic?
Yes, we are.
Bam.
Hello, that is Shana Acquisto. She's a luxury real estate broker that travels for work occasionally.
Yeah, we do travel for work.
So we're going to go over a quick day in the life of a traveling realtor. So this was a question that recently came up and people wanted to know, like, what are some things that go on, right? So real quick, we'll kind of cover this. Well, the intention is if we share a piece of us in what we do each day and how that kind of works, then you can find the things that you like and try to emulate those. And the things that you don't like, you can just let us know and we'll try to get better at it, but then don't do it yourself, right? So if you don't think it works and it doesn't seem to make sense, then don't do it for yourself.
Yeah. So some of you guys will be traveling this month as well. A little work, a little play, but nonetheless, we will be traveling together. So, our challenge we'll talk about yesterday is, we try to maximize these trips. So if we're traveling for work, which, I would love to talk to all of you about it. We have been having these discussions about how you can travel for work, but we try to maximize each day. We don't waste 1 hour of the day. So yesterday was Wednesday. We left early and we planned for some appointments in the afternoon. We got to the airport and, something happened. Our flight was delayed 2 hours. So we were thinking, gosh, do we just send our client to this appointment on his own? How do we deal with that? We have an agent or two here that could help us out. Or, we could hop on another flight and get there, another airline. But we didn't do that. We just kind of talked about it, talked to our client about it, planned it, and it worked out that we did get there. We got there a few hours late. However, we made our appointment. So I would just think about that is don't book them so close, because several people that were around us that were traveling as well were like, well, I'm just not going to reschedule. I already missed my appointment because they had them so close. So I guess that's one thing.
Yep. And then as well, so expect kind of delays, but then you made the most of it. So during that time, we were able to plug in at the airport and we actually just got a bunch of work done.
We really did.
I was sending off emails, being like, hey, I need some help with this. Hey, can we get this? Hey, should we do that? Right? So that was good. And it was a big thank you to Megan for handling the agent meeting. She does a great job on the weekly workshops with being extremely well prepared and having stuff laid out so everybody can continue to get better every day. Yeah. And then there's sometimes things that we can do as well.
Yeah. So. I think that collaboration together is really important. So I hope you guys are all attending those weekly workshops.
Yeah, Megan said there was excellent attendance.
Great.
So that was really good.
That's going to help.
And the
you
more
guys.
you as an agent add into that, the more you're going to get back.
Yep.
Right? So that's kind of a big deal. I think that there's sometimes distance challenges, but we're extremely grateful for all these opportunities. And when we come out here, we see that people do things a little bit different here. So we're able to adapt to that, but learn from it as well. So there's so many learning opportunities every time that you're presented a challenge.
So I want to talk about one thing that we have learned, because we do learn a lot, is, and it's been on multiple occasions here, the listing agents or the listing agent's assistant will always be present most of the time at these appointments. And, these are higher priced properties, so that could be one reason that they do that. But I feel that when we ask a question, they try to answer it when they really don't know the answer. So they kind of, talk about it and then it doesn't make sense. And they say, well, actually, I don't know. I'll have to figure that out. So the important thing I've learned is never try to be a know-it-all. And if you don't know something, it is okay. You are there to represent the property and you're not going to know every single thing. But if you don't know something, say, you know what? Let's continue. I'm going to write that down and I'm going to research that and get back to you as soon as possible. Right?
Yes. Much better to be factual.
You'll get a lot more respect than just throwing out random fiction.
Yeah. And or saying like, I'm mostly sure about that. Like, oh, okay, so what does that actually mean,
Yeah.
right?
And we are from another state. We are in real estate, but we are in another state. But we hear them they tell us these things and our client, and it just doesn't feel right?
Yeah, sometimes we're like, oh,
We're like, oh gosh. So
not sure about that
you
one.
just you tend to lose some credibility when you're just throwing things out there. And I just don't want anybody to think just because you don't know everything doesn't mean you're not going to get the respect. You're going to get a lot more respect if you handle it differently.
And maybe plan to eat later in the day. So I like to share during these the day in the life of or something like that. So I personally don't eat when I travel. It just bothers my stomach. And so what I do is I don't eat on a travel day before we fly. So it's really nice when you book a flight first thing in the morning. So I don't eat before I get there. And then we showed up and we were late. So then it's later. And then we had an appointment. And then we had another appointment and it got later. And then we showed another property. And then the sun's about to set. And I'm like, oh, snap. Wouldn't it be nice if we got to eat at some point today?
Yeah. So, have a little snack because we didn't. We didn't have anything.
But anyways, if that's the worst thing that happens
like,
in
hey,
a
y'all want
day.
to go get dinner? And we were like,
Like, that would be really good. Let's eat.
We're starving.
Yes. So that's kind of the day in the life of. You're not always in control of your schedule. And sometimes you're at the mercy of others, but you can still work and you can get things done. But you have to be present in what you're currently doing to have the most success. So maybe you were able to glisten just something from this quick discussion, and I hope it makes you guys just a touch better today.
All right.
All right, you asked for it. Well, you and them and everyone else, they were all asking. They're like, we need something.
I have some struggles sometimes that I can't find certain things, and it's a little frustrating.
Yeah, no.
Anybody else?
Totally get it. So we have the agent portal, which is now released for you guys. So you'll be able to see the agent portal. We're going to quickly go over what that is. So we're going to split the screen and share it. And I'm going to control the mouse once we get there and see what we can do.
Yeah, this is very helpful, and I really appreciate this. Now, it's here. It can always be, tweaked. You guys can add what you need in here, but this is really
the basis for what we're doing.
The basis for what we're doing.
So if you want to know how to access it first, is you'll go to acquistorealestate.com and you'll slide on down to the bottom. And down at the bottom of the page, in the middle, we have Agent Portal. So we just have this here. Okay. Then you'll click on inside that, and there is a password. So one time you'll have to put the password in every 6 months or something like that. And she's the password. All right. So you just put her name in there, lowercase, and you should be fine to go ahead and access this. Then you'll have that information and off you'll go. So inside here on the agent links page, this is designed to be kind of your main portal where you have a whole bunch of things and you have access to. So here you'll have access to the different Zoom rooms for each one of us, so you can get there. You'll have how to schedule meetings for each one of these things, consultations, how to attend the agent weekly workshop, when it is, what times, how to get there, right? And the past notes. So all of the notes are there. The Wikipedia page, you'll be able to access that for TNT and see things. Show me your listings if you miss anything, or the Deluso morning meetings, you'll have access to those. Show me your listings is here with the times and the links to get to everything, the notes and the individual thing. The one-on-ones, we have the exact time when those are, if you're wondering when those happen to be. So you're able to jump on a one-on-one and how to schedule it and do that. If you're like, hey, I need to know if Sean is personally going to be available at this time, then you could click on here. Her schedule will open, and then you'll be able to see when she is available, or for myself as well, right? If you're needing a commission agreement, here's access to the commission agreement, so you can go there and review it at any time. Anything for sellers, scheduling the media day and adding some different things are going to be here. This is going to be continuing to improve here. Netris and some things with CCAR. Graphics to get directly to Design Pickle. The Google Your Business page and creating one for yourself is here. So that's something that you should have already done. We have a transcription service. Yeah, that's an important one. The transcription service we use each day for TNT to do that. Lender verification systems and realtor verification systems. So you can do that. Profiles, to get to all of your different profiles, your link is going to be right here. And when we click inside here, on your name is going to be each one of the different profiles that you would have for the different places. So we're going to make sure that we keep these nice and updated. You can always jump in there and continue to work on them for yourself and make sure that you have all of those filled out as good as you can, right? So everybody has one there, right? So go ahead and do that. And if there's more we need to add, we want to always do that. So just send it over to Anna and send her the link and say, hey, can we add this? If you need a TNT snapshot, those are going to be right here. Those are the thumbnails taken at the end. Canvas, Creately, Inmin, if you want to do some more learning and research. Katie Lance with social media. So there's all types of learning there. Vimeo, all types of things related to Vimeo, videos, posts, all types of things are in here. Newport Home Builders, there's a quick introduction here on this page directly. You'll see all types of things related to just Newport homes. So this has a bunch of links that'll come in with key contact information, schedules, learning materials and stuff that Amy will be finishing up there in the very near future. Netris links directly to that. Zip forms, DocuSign, CCAR, all types of logins that you can get to. Merch store, we did enhance the printing resources. So Frisco Printing, you can get to directly. And then this is a secondary resource from the Fair Texas title and contact information if you want to have stuff printed yourself. All right. Client gifts, we recently talked about and added to that. Lead-based paint, there's some disclosure information in a page directly related to this that is linked. So there's some information in here on lead-based paint and disclosures that you need to give out. So a specific page for that. Digital signature completion page. So we're working on enhancing when somebody signs the DocuSign and completes it, that we go here. If you have any questions around friendship division and some of the things that are going on there, you can click inside here. This page is getting better and better all the time, thanks to Katie and what we're doing there. We have all the different referral agreements from any different company. If you're having a question on how does this referral agreement work or whatever, you can visit their website and you can look directly at the referral agreement.
And I know this is, these referral partners, I don't want to dig into it, but it'll be really nice to have those there, right?
Yeah,
So
they change over a period of
they
time,
do
and there's a
change over a
lot
period
of
of
things,
time.
and it's sometimes people call me and they ask me a question, right? And they're like, well, could you tell me if I have to do this with this referral?
And we want to,
And I'm like, I don't know on the spot if UpNest is how many months for a referral and what we have to do, and if it covers their brother and their mother versus their aunt and their cousin. You know what I mean? Those are things that I just don't have absolutely know. Music services, so you can go in here and pick out some music for yourself and put it with a tract.
without having a copyright issue.
Yeah, it's kind of a big deal, so you'll be able to go in there. BombBomb, we have to separate out. That's a separate service. It's not part of the music service, so we'll separate that out, Anna. Onboarding, I'm extremely excited to bring to you guys a much improved onboarding process. So as part of onboarding, we now have all of the process here starting with day 0. So it's a great place to start with that. The tech fee and how we go about doing that, subscribing to TNT, getting onto agent workshops, filling out your W-9, jumping on Show Me Your Listings, doing some branding, open houses and how we do that, when agent dinner is, how to upload documents, how to do sample transactions, and how to access your commission agreement. So these are all different items. Oh, maybe you wanted to see your policy and procedure manual, enter your sphere of influence spreadsheet, or your partners. You see your individual pages with those things. Trying to continually make this better. A nice improvement is if you want to see stuff with Stacy's weekly update.
Like, oh, I missed it. Or
Yep, whatever that happens to be. We have
good.
those that are starting to be put directly into the wiki. So you're able to see the weekly update. So you would just click inside here and you'll see Stacy's weekly update. We don't like to publish that directly to our webpage. So being able to click inside here is going to keep that a little bit private. Policy and procedure manual. If you need great reading material, then you can click on here and see what is the policy
if you're not sure about
as it
something,
relates to this.
can I do
Yes.
this or can I not? You know, take a quick look there first.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not covered, then of course reach out and we'll definitely look into it. And if it's not addressed, then that's a good time for us to do that as well.
Yep. So most items should be in the policy and procedure manual. Extremely boring but relevant information. So you can click there and read through it. It's like a lot of pages. And so that's where that would be. Okay. Some people like directions and rules.
Yeah.
And all your rules are there.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. Now, home buyer resources. This is something that people can hand out to their clients and give them access to.
Yeah.
So this is where we have our client resource book. So you can go in here and see all the stuff related to vendors and list of services. Be Connected Now is listed here. We have all the different city links for the different pages for them. Chambers of Commerce are listed here, public schools, county sites, land loan information, who's a good land loan lender, who's a preferred lender for regular homes, how do we get homeowners insurance and what do we do there? Recreation websites, if people are needing to see the local sports teams where they could go shopping, youth sports and what's going on there. So we can consistently continue to add more things to this. The different schools, so there's the links to each of the different school ISDs. Country clubs and golf courses, so you can get to those directly.
You know, and maybe you guys as agents, you know, just kind of digging into this a little deeper, kind of farm or handle a specific area, right? Like we're in Frisco. So maybe we want to take some of these resources and put it together and have design pickle put it together, and that's part of our marketing individually. So,
yeah,
you know, just think about things like that, how, you know, you could tie in your branding and take some of these resources and do something.
The idea is there's a ton of stuff here, right? So if you want to go over just country clubs in Frisco, right? Or what's going on in McKinney with those types of resources. If there's something we're missing, let's continue to add them in.
Yes. You know, I like having, you know, we talk about the HOA earlier, the HOA links with track and having, you know, how do you go and locate an HOA, you know, and what do they charge? Just all these different things I think are really, really cool.
Okay, good. So we tried to make it where it was remotely visually appealing, but it still had a bunch of things, right? So popular links, you can check all those out. Information for different cities, sightseeing, things to do around town, iFly, right? So sometimes people are wondering, like, what can I do here? So we kind of linked all those out. Put in some hot spots that you can, or hospitals that you can see, colleges, Deluso, and we have the link directly to that.
And please, if you know, if there's something you can contribute, like, hey, I didn't see this on here, please send it in.
Yeah.
And let's, you know, make our resource guide much better.
Yeah, no, we want to be better each day for you guys, right? That's the idea. So we heard a lot of things where agents were asking specific questions and wanted better access and better clarity. And now you have it.
Yeah.
So if you ask, most times you shall receive.
Yes.
We try our absolute best for you. Sometimes it takes us a
We
little
aim
while.
to please.
No, we try, right? We try to hear what you're saying. These are questions that had came up from others.
Yeah.
And we continually try to build
that.
on this.
Totally. I love that.
Yep. So things covered, client resources and the like kind of an ultimate links page for people, onboarding covered and much more clear. Friendship division, a lot of questions answered there and continually building on it. Quick access to the policy and procedure manual and commissions, clarity on Newport homes and related things there. Internal documents for our company are also available for you, and all behind a password.
All right.
There you go. Covered. Today's real estate word of the day is real estate news regular contributor.
Okay.
That is Shana Acquisto. Go ahead and read the definition, ma'am.
Get closer. An individual with deep real estate knowledge that is often called upon to be on a news broadcast on a regular or semi-regular basis that will contribute to breaking industry stories and provide insight to the viewers of specific topics. They don't let their celebrity status get to their heads and are humbled by the opportunity each time. Amen.
All right. So
I'd
you
love to see each and every one of you be a real estate news regular contributor. Doesn't matter where it is. Contribute.
there you
Whether
go.
it's here, whether it's Fox News, whatever it is.
Yep. All right.
Do it.
Well, that's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for joining us. TNT is extremely relevant every single day. It's weird to say that, but it's super true, right? We've had tons of episodes. I don't know. This is 639 or something like that. Some super number. And we were just with a newer agent the other day that we were meeting with, right? We had a meeting with a title agent and an individual agent, and we said, hey, we do this TNT each morning. Right? She's like, oh, that's interesting. I said, we cover all these different random topics. And I said, so give me a topic and we'll quickly search and you can see if it shows up in our topic list. And she says, I don't know, 1031 exchange. I was like, okay. And I click and type that in. I was like, the crazy thing is I have a reverse 1031 exchange covered already, but 1031 exchange was actually covered this morning. And it takes us 24 hours to process it and put it on our website. And she's like, wow, that's really crazy that I asked you about 1031 exchanges and you covered it this morning. So that would have been extremely relevant for that agent. And she was like, wow, that's really good. That's insightful learning. And I was happy with it. And that was also a question that another agent had asked to be covered. So we did cover that. So if there's anything that comes up for you guys, please let us know. The idea is that we have relevant stuff for you guys continuing to learn. Yeah. Ooh, Amy wants an autograph. I think she just wants you to write her a check, is what she's looking for. Is that the type of autograph you're looking for, Amy?
Amy, I'm trying to earn your business.
Yeah, you want her signature on the front of the check. That's what you're looking for. Ladies and gentlemen, we're humbled and honored to be here, spending some time with you guys. I hope you have a great day, but please hit it hard and make this a great day for you.
Yes.
People are having a wonderful year,
oh my
right?
Gosh.
We look at the
So
numbers
of
of what you guys are doing, and don't let anything get in your way.
Nope. Or someone steal your joy, or let something. I mean, you have to think of the big picture here, you guys. Think of that. And sometimes we get hung up on very small things, and we let it ruin our day. And you can't do that.
Or our week, or our month, or our
No.
summer, or the year.
That's one way to get off track, right? And really affect your business. So you have to stay focused with what's truly important, and don't get derailed by those small things.
Yeah.
They can be handled.
We're looking at, individual numbers, and I'm like, wow, that's impressive. And I'm seeing great success for a lot of people, right? And I want to make sure that you're enjoying your success,
Yes.
that you're celebrating it with your loved ones, that you're planning for when it's eventually going to be slower. So that's a part of the business. It's a real part of the business, is taking your current success, right, or your past success, and building upon it, establishing those relationships, and then financially also establishing yourself so that you're great for when it is a little bit slower. You guys maybe haven't been in the industry, but there was a time when we did almost zero transactions from Halloween to February 15th.
Yep.
So the question that would come out to you directly is, if something happened, are you prepared right now to go from a time frame of, Halloween to February 15th with one closing, one paycheck in that period of time? If you are, then you're prepared.
Yeah.
There are things that come up, right? Like a year and a half ago, there was a major thing that came up.
Yes, and you could be prepared financially. Are you prepared mentally? I think mentally that is a struggle, and I am guilty of that. We may be totally fine, but if something's not happening and it changes, then, it feels uncomfortable.
That's a big deal. The mental side of it is a huge deal.
Yeah.
And staying consistent when things might not be going your way, staying on top of it, doing all those things, digging in deeper, asking for, right? Just some advice. So if you need something, then turn to us. That's what the one-on-one timeframes are for, so that we're able to do that.
Yeah, let's set up these one-on-ones. I'm really enjoying them. If you haven't done that yet, let's do it. It's great. You know, we all grow as people, as professionals together, and I love that.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to have these meetings and these one-on-ones, and you know, be open and transparent with each other and help each other in our business. That's what we want to do for you.
Yeah, and we're here to always coach, motivate, and guide whatever that looks like for you, right? So as your career evolves, there could be a time when, you know, I don't personally know everybody's how busy they are on a daily basis. I don't know all of your personal things that are going on at home. So as you need more, right, you need to grow your business a little bit, then it's great to reach out and let me know and be like, hey, I need to do this. I want to take the next step in my career. Just ping me and let me know. And we'll coach, guide, motivate.
Did you say pay you?
Ping. Ping. No, not pay. No, you don't have to pay me, right? No, just ping, P-I-N-G, me. Means like reach out, right? Okay.
I just thought you said pay. I was
No,
like,
no, no.
wow.
No, and no, but I want to go through, because what
No,
happens is at each different stage, you can handle a different amount, right? But we don't know where you're personally at. If you want to grow in your career, if you want to have something happen a different way, if you want more sellers versus buyers, right? Or if you want this, or you need that, or your winter's not looking great, and you want to start working on it now, or you want to go on vacation for Christmas abroad and you need to put some more money aside, or there's something you want to do and you need to be able to take some time off. How do you do this, right? How do you plan for each of those things? And there might be some things that it's not going to be us giving you something, but
That's where
rather
I
it's going to
think
be information
maybe some
and
confusion
some
has
knowledge.
come into.
Okay,
I guess we're
that's
in like bonus mode
yeah. This is
here.
bonus time.
But we want you to come to us because, you know, do we know everything? No, but
Hardly anything.
we've been through a lot in real estate because we've done it together. We've been, you know, ups and downs of this industry. And all we can do is share with you, you know, real situations, real stories of how we handled certain things. And maybe it works for you, or maybe we listen to your situation and we take that and can help you through that on, you know, that fits your needs. So, you know,
And it's not us just handing you business.
it's not.
It's trying to give you the keys to drive your career in the right direction is what we want to do. And sometimes it's way better to reach out early so we know about it, right? If you see that something's going on, right, then reach out and let us know. It was really weird. Right before we left, I was like, I don't know how many closings we have coming up. So I sit down and I calculate through and say, oh, okay, good. We're gonna be all right, you know? But I don't know that for every one of you, nor do you. I don't know how many clients you have that are close to percolating, that are right there, or what's going on, or things you've been working on, right? So what it's designed to do is you need to put in that effort every day to be growing your business in some shape or form, but grow it in the direction you want it to grow, and you need it to grow, and be intentional with your real estate
And
craft.
in this business, you can't put all your eggs in one basket and do everything the same. You have to, you know, you have to be a little diverse and creative. So
Yeah, so that's why we'll know the things that might work for you. It is a lot of trial and error. There's things that one person will be strong with that others won't. So if you hear advice from one person, it's not necessarily the thing. If you get coached up in this direction, a lot of people are doing coaching for monetary reasons, and it doesn't really make sense. They give like this one size fits all approach. And if you ever go to coaching, like and you can look up the stuff and see, right? But it's basically like, here's coaching in a nutshell. Time block, call people, like call a lot of people, put more people in the database, do that. Be consistent with it. Go meet people for lunch every day. Go have a coffee with one new person a day. That's coaching. So like in a nutshell, like sprinkle that in and change the words and then say, pay me to tell you to do that. So now you've been coached.
Okay. So one-on-one, set them up. You can set them up with just me, with him, with both. Set them up.
Yep.
We're here. All right. We're going to let them go.
Goodbye.
Bye, guys.
See ya. We go over. All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Got that. Oh, I need to put this here. Hang on. I'm trying to turn this off.
Shana representing on CBS.
Okay. Let's do that one again because I got it a touch late. You were too quick for me. Way too quick. Thank you.
A day in life of traveling. Okay.
Wait.
Now,
You can do that one without it. Ready?
agent portal improvements.
Super excited about that one.
Now, okay, and word of the day. Real estate news. Now. Okay.
Thank you, Omkar, for dealing with us. We went way over on time. I appreciate it. Tomorrow morning,